All right, what's up, boys? So I'm gonna go over the trade recap for today. We had two losses and one win today. Like I said, like yesterday, it's pretty much the same thing happened. I'm not considering today a win, um, whatsoever. Took one short on QQQ, got stopped out, and then I had a let's see what I had. I had two longs on QQQ or IWM as well. So I'm just going to go over the IWM trade first, why I took the trade, what happened, and we'll see from there. And then I'll show you the second one right here. Why I took this trade. Equal lows right here. We're sweeping this low right here. We're also within a range of a gap right here. So at that point, I was like, okay, we're perfect for a reversal to the upside. So what ended up happening is we had this impulsive move to the upside. I wanted to see price to retrace back into here as an impulsive move to the upside. However, what ended up happening is price came down, filled this, bounced around a little bit, and then just boom straight to the downside. Obviously, not ideal. What ended up happening later, I wanted to see a even lower sweep. I assumed that this was just going to be a liquidity raid or a stop loss raid. And so, sure enough, it was. I wanted to see price reach back into this 1 minute fair value gap. Fortunately, it did not happen. So I waited to see this fair value gap to get filled, and sure enough, came down. Impulsive move to the downside. Boom. Took the trade off of this point right here. Bounced around and drawdown for a little bit. Came up. Took my first take profit right here. If you look at the 3 minute time frame, we're in a volumetric imbalance. So this is about the 75% point of the volumetric imbalance, I believe. Let's just see. It was close to 75%. Yeah, pretty much perfectly on the 75% mark of the volumetric imbalance. I usually don't look at volumetric imbalances that much because I trade ICT and volumetric imbalances aren't really part of ICT. It's just a confluence that I use. But either way, took first take profit. I split half my contracts right here. Started bouncing around a little bit, and then we just started to come down. Once we hit this point right here, I was like, okay, we're destined for a downside move. So I sold all of my contracts at this candle right here. From there, we continued to the downside. And then QQQ, similar reason why I took this trade in a gap. Swept liquidity. Actually, if you look on the 1 hour time frame, let's see. Like I said, we were in this gap, and I just wanted to see it go up from there. So what happened? We made an inverse fair value gap right here. Wanted to see price retrend back into this fair value gap. Sure enough, it did. Was in drawdown for a little bit, came up, and then boom, straight to the downside. If I had my stop loss a little bit lower, potentially even like right here, would have still went into this trade. But however, I would not have hit any of my take profits because I was looking to take profit right here, and then my final take profit right here. One thing I did realize in the beginning of this trade is that we are in a 4 hour fair value gap to the downside, which I knew that was happening, but I didn't think it would get respected that hard. So this is that 4 hour fair value gap. Actually, I'm going to mark it out. It's a little bit easier to see. Boom, boom. So this is that 4 hour fair value gap that we're respecting. Boom, straight to the downside. I honestly could have taken this a little bit differently. So today I'm done trading for today. I stick to my plan. I only do 2 to 3 trades a day. I stick to my stop loss no matter what. I think that's very important when it comes to trading is actually protecting your capital, not over trading, not being overconfident, sticking to your actual stop loss. The good thing about futures trading is that you're able to actually stick to your stop loss no matter what, because once you put a stop loss, depending on your broker, but with my brokers and my prop firms, I'm able to put a actual stop loss and it stops me out no matter what. So I'm not worried about, getting a little bit over too confident, second guessing myself, which I see a lot of options traders do is, they don't have a concrete stop loss, so it doesn't stop them out right away. So I believe it's a little bit better than that. I did also just want to say that losses will come with trading, no matter what the fuck you're doing. Um, it's just part of the game. Losses are part of the game. What you got to do is just understand why you took the loss and actually understand that you took the loss. And then from there, go back test, journal it, make a YouTube video about it, whatever it's got to be, just to journal it, learn from your mistakes. And then from there on, don't make those same mistakes again. Um, Starting Monday, actually, I'm going to be buying another Top Step account, or actually, this is gonna be my very first Top Step account. I've been using my funding, or no, not my funding traders, fundingtraders.com, and then I've also been using one of one. Fuck, I'm speaking gibberish right now, dude. One of one funding. So they've been pretty decent. I've only had a 10K account, a 15K account, but I'm gonna actually move up to a 15K account. So from there, it's going to be up from there. Hopefully, I think by Monday I'm going to actually buy it, and then we're going to try to pass the prop firm challenge. I believe for the 50K account, it's only a $3,000 limit that I have to reach, so should be pretty easy. Hopefully, we'll see. I mean, I've only passed 200 accounts, so only failed one of them. So I've actually I've been up, and then from there I've been just getting payouts. But what I did starting to realize is that they don't pay out as often as you want them anymore. Like for example, one of one funding, they are starting to reject my payouts. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna start to switch over. I'm gonna try to continue to trade small on the fundingtraders.com one, but from there, I think I'm just gonna go full time on my Top Step account. So from there, we'll see what happens. Friday, which is tomorrow, I'm gonna be going over a trade recap. I'm gonna do a little bit of a yap sesh, a back testing session, and then also I kind of want to go over the politics side of trading and what's gonna happen within the next 3 to 4 months, and what we could see after the election, depending on who wins the election. So I kind of wanted to see that. And I did actually want to go over real quick that now is the best time to be learning about trading because we are in super shitty market conditions. The election is within a month, or actually, fuck, I should say less than a month. We're less than a month away from the election, so the the market has been dog shit lately. I've been losing, but over the summer, and I low key wish I was recording this YouTube channel over the summer. I used to have 10 to 15-day win streaks without taking a single loss whatsoever. I made a lot of money doing that. I was doing super well because the market conditions were fire. Starting September, once we started getting closer to the election, that's when everything started to be a little bit uncertain between itself. So that's why I believe a lot of new traders who are just starting out, you are starting in the best time possible because you are learning in the worst market conditions that are ever, happen, like the worst market conditions currently. So once we get over that point, once we get over the election, once we start to cool down a little bit, probably within, depending on who the president becomes, um, probably within January to February, we're going to see perfect market conditions. We're going to be making fucking bread left and right. Even if the market's tanking or going up, either way, ICT strategy works no matter what. If the market's tanking, going up, down, sideways, fucking circles, whatever, it works. So now is the best time to be learning because later on we're gonna be fucking banking, bro. And I'm gonna have a lot of plans coming up with this YouTube channel. I'm gonna start a Discord. I'm gonna be potentially live trading. And then from there, I've been actually mentoring two of my close friends. They're actually both from work. One of them started about 2 months ago. Is actually doing phenomenal. Dan, if you're watching this, you're doing good. And then I also have one of my other friends who just started to watch a course. So going to be personally mentoring them. I have been personally mentoring them. They're doing great so far. And I believe that in the future, once I get even better and I actually start seeing better results within myself and within, I don't want to call them students, but like my friends, I'm definitely going to be starting to make educational content, not just for them, but just for anyone on YouTube who would actually want to watch them. But yeah, we'll see from there. See you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a long video, probably like a 30-40 minute video, maybe even up to an hour, doing Yap Sesh, back testing, and then politics talk. So see you guys then.